Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Yaroslav Hrytsak. I am coming from Lviv, from Ukrainian Catholic University, and I have a special honor and privilege to chair this session, which in a sense will be continuation of our morning panel, but with slightly changed focus. We'll be facing on the challenges we'll be focusing on the challenges that are facing now people who do Ukrainian studies. We have very distinguished scholars here, but before we proceed, let me use my 5 minutes introduction as an opportunity to share with you some of my thoughts on that topic. I don't really remember who said that. Unfortunately, Google fails here. I believe it's in the Bible, but we don't have bishops here anymore to check with them. Oh, Boris, then you have to check. But somebody said it that this is a vision that transforms an ethnic group into a nation. Without a vision, nation is not a nation. And as a student of the 19th century intellectual history, I could confirm veracity of these words, because vision of Ukraine, as you know it now in 21st century, has emerged in the minds of the group, dozens, hundreds, thousands, but still they may be numbered, in the group of the Ukrainian 19th century intellectuals. And more often than not, they had something to do with Ukrainian studies in all possible fields, in many possible ways. Bishop Boris, in his key speech today, reminded us that the founders of the Ukrainian studies in Harvard and Alberta had a very broad vision, which was anything but parochial. Actually, the vision was very global, and they put Ukraine in this global context. And Professor Sisson later reinforced this point by saying that, ironically, people in Harvard and Alberta set standards for scholars in other fields, which were not related, at least directly, to or with Ukraine. In a sense, all of us sitting in this conference are the products of this vision, and Ukraine is the first product at most, which confirms that this vision has been successful and had a very long and lasting impact. Moreover, it was very timely, because a few years later, after emergence of the Harvard Ukrainian Research Institute and Canadian Institute of Ukrainian Studies, independent Ukraine emerged, and many fundings that had been done in Ukraine, North America, were implemented then in independent Ukraine. And as a member of the Ukrainian academic community in Ukraine, I can hardly imagine nowadays our academic life, how it looked like if not your works, books, projects, funds that came from here, North American Institution of Ukrainian Studies, first and foremost from the CIUs. And I can think hardly of a better opportunity to extend my gratitude in my own name, in the names, and also in the names of my colleagues in Ukraine, to the CIU's people for tremendous work, what you've done for us. Thank you so much. More so, this vision proved to be very viable, and probably the best test for this viability was failure of Putin plans toward Ukraine in 2014 during so-called Russian Spring. That said, I don't mean to say that this vision can work further. It was concealed into the certain times, and the times, as a recent Nobel Prize winner keeps reminding us, the times they are changing. And Ukraine grows its strengths, but so do the challenges. They're becoming more and more complicated, and I'm sorry to say, threatened. If I may formulate this challenge in one sentence, I would quote words here of Ivan Lysak-Rudnitsky. He said on occasion, but I believe it still sounds true, "Перестаньте будувати Україну, модернізуйте її. Stop building Ukraine. The building was already there. Modernize the Ukraine, or if you wish, renovate or transform it. Ukraine needs not building, but rebuilding, or if you wish, renovating, that will bring her into a status of a nation with so-called sustainable growth, which will put Ukraine on the par with the European countries, North America, Asian tigers, and more successful Ukrainian neighbors to the west, like Poland or Slovakia. This is challenging, practically impossible, but worth doing. In a way, we have to welcome these challenges, Let me remind you that in Chinese, the word challenge is made of two hieroglyphs. The first is crisis, the second is opportunity. Thanks God we have crisis in Ukraine. What is missing now is a vision that overcome this crisis. I don't mean to say that we have to come with this vision immediately in this room today by the end of the session, 5-0 strict. But at least we have to give a try to the best of our possibilities of people who are dealing with Ukrainian studies, which I believe is part of our job description. With that said, I would like to invite our first distinguished speaker, Professor Wojciechowska-Chomiak.